set. So old looking. So Doug has gets worth of land. Land is cheap out here in Graniteville. As y'all seen the video, ain't nothing out here. But people clearing it out, that's the best way to do it though. Buy you some land and build your house on it. It's cheaper than buying a pre-manufactured home. For some who can afford to do it. But he out here in the middle of nowhere, as you guys see. And hey, more power to him. He's from Tennessee, and she's from Riverdale. They got married, moved out here in the middle of nowhere. Okay, I'm not getting any. Tamisha. Just loading up the information. Cameron's Court. So they can head to the crib. Way out here, he couldn't even get my phone call. That's how far. Ain't no signal out here. He said, man, I ain't got no signal. Not out here. Look out here, y'all. Nothing. For land. They only have a road. Peace and quiet. X that out. Hit yes. Okay. Got him a pool in the backyard. Fenced in. Nice big ass house back here. Got it going on down here. Alright, let's head on to Covington, Georgia, ladies and gentlemen. Back to civilization.
got a damn good show. Okay, this is an incident at Spirit Airlines in Orlando, Florida. I mean, you're just asking for it if you fly on Spirit. Well, the flights got canceled, and everybody's That's upset. All you need. That's all you need. You fly on Spirit and some get canceled? Oh, all hell gonna break loose. Watch this. This is crazy.
We have places to be. People have lives.
Cut up a little bit.
We have little kids that need sleep tonight. I can't get her name because she's not calling it. Excuse me, ma'am, what's your name?
All the flaws because the airplane
in the leopard shirt.
Let me also say on their side, right?
This is my first time flying. I have kids. What are we supposed to do out here tonight? You tell me what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to sleep on the floor in here? Is that okay?
Will you listen? I'm not gonna play. I understand you're upset, but you screaming at me, I'm not gonna get over it. If you just want to scream at me, I'll just stand here and you can scream at me.
I'm scared.
I get it. I understand that.
I want to go
but
home.
You screaming at me doesn't do anything.
I'm
trying to
not
talk.
screaming. I'm upset.
If they didn't let someone break on our plane, we would have been home. They let somebody in, break on the door.
I'm suing. I swear.
Right,
I'm upset.
security measures around here. Where are the security?
I want to hear what this guy has to say. Let's hear it.
Okay. I understand you're frustrated.
Kids off the time. Okay.
I understand you're frustrated. I'm not here to say who's right, who's wrong with stuff, right? All I'm trying to say is, I understand you're upset, okay? On their side.
Yeah, women? Yeah. They take a bad situation, make it worse, and make it apocalyptic. A what? Apocalyptic, yeah. What did I say? You said, I don't know what the hell you said. Apocalyptic? Is that what you? Apocalyptic, yeah. Yeah. Apocalyptic.
Things they don't control that either, so I get that you're upset. You screaming and yelling at them, and I'm not saying you guys are doing it.
Everyone's doing it.
When people threaten things like that, right? I'm not saying they're
Nobody's threatening anybody.
We're done. I'm not talking anymore. This isn't a police issue. I'm not talking anymore. If Shirley wants to scream at me and do it, you guys can keep screaming. I'll just stand here. You can keep yelling at me. Okay?
They feel like the cop runs Spirit Airlines. Yeah, he's just over there to
he's not
calm everybody down, make sure nothing gets out of hand. Yeah, keep the peace. Yeah.
He's still not.
Need to focus on.
They don't control the doors being shut. GOA controls the doors being shut. FAA controls the doors being shut. Spirit Airlines does not control that.
They let more people on the plane without tickets.
Okay.
So my kids
make up your plane and do what you have to do. What I'm saying is,
that's obvious.
These people that are standing right here, right, do not control that. So you screaming at them doesn't do anything. I see you screaming. You can scream at me all you want. It's fine. I doesn't bother me. They're trying to do whatever they can do. If they don't run Spirit. They don't run Spirit, right? They can only do what they're allowed to do. So if they ask their boss, hey, can we do this to help these people?
On the floor at the airport,
I don't know
me and the
what to tell
kids.
you. I'm not going to tell you.
Me and the kids got to sleep on the floor. How would you feel if it was your kids? How would you feel if it was your kids? Let me ask you a question.
Get a hotel room, or you can stay at the airport.
We paid for our airplane tickets to go home today. We thought we were going home.
But you can discuss that with corporate. I don't know how it is. If they can't do it here, screaming and doing all that stuff isn't going to change it.
What's the police being here if you don't have any control over what goes on?
Do I control Spirit?
You want me to hold on? I can replay it.
Do I control Spirit though?
Yeah, people are stupid. What? The onus is not on the police officer. Yeah, they don't have.
He should then look different.
Like the cops gonna come and say, open the gates. Put these people on the plane. I demand you open those gates. You put these people on the plane. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take you to jail.
I'm here just to keep the peace with everything. That's all I'm here for.
Yes,
you screaming and yelling doesn't do anything for anybody.
He's not very good at keeping the peace, though.
If they're gonna rebook you or they can refund you, try to go on your phone and see what other airlines they can get a one-way home, and then worry about the next part of it afterwards.
It might be more expensive. What about our bags and stuff like that? That's unfair. That's unfair to us.
It's not about my problem.
Can you please stop talking? I'm getting pissed. Can you stop? Airlines are expensive. We have 5 people flying. So stop talking.
Control the airlines.
I'm literally going to go from jail today.
We got work tomorrow. We got places to be.
Sounds like we all.
Everybody in this line is all about Spirit Airlines. Airlines. The whole flight.
Just gotta close it to the window. That's what I would do.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying nothing because they don't have that. We was on the plane. They know, right? They took us off because they shut the door and 4 people came on the plane. So they took us off for security purposes, right? They put us back on the plane. They came again and said the air conditioning ain't working. We'll go get the maintenance people to fix the air conditioning on the plane. The pilot came out and told everybody on the plane told us so. So now we get over here and they tell us the flight is canceled due to weather. Now then they tell us we gotta sit in this airport for 2 days with no voucher, no food, and we got kids, and we called the place and they said.
See, that's the thing. A lot of these people that fly Spirit, they don't have money. They're flying. Their airline tickets are like $50. Yeah. So when something goes wrong, yeah, they're totally screwed because financially they can't really fly anywhere. Right. Spirit is Greyhounds of the skies. Yeah. Mm. But look, don't you think the airline should accommodate these people? They should, but because they know they have a bunch of poor people flying the airline. Yeah, but these people ain't got nowhere to go, ain't got no money for a hotel. They should accommodate them. Well, they need to charge more money for tickets then. Because, they need to charge more money for tickets. They ain't making no money. I don't, look, Keith, look, the airliner is incapacitated right now. Can't take it. What? The airline is incapacitated. It's no funcciona. It don't work, right? So they should, hey, we don't have any flights to put you on. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Here's a hotel you can go to. Hey, how much is that for all those crazy people? Now you act like they charge these people $5 a ticket. Kevin, how much is a hotel for each? It's probably like 200 people here. What are they supposed to do? Sleep at the airport? They need to figure it out.
It's up to him to give us a voucher. You know what he said to me? I'm not doing nothing for y'all. How dare you talk to me like that? That's what he said. That's what he said. I was like, how dare you? He said that to me, and she said she don't care nothing about us. How dare you treat your clients, your customers like that? That's very disrespectful. And everybody here heard the pilot come out and say the plane is canceled because of maintenance. Now we get here, now they don't want to give us no vouchers. They use the weather thing. That ain't right, man. That ain't right. If we got to stay here 2 days with no food or nothing, we got kids, and the flight was canceled due to maintenance, and they get over here and they're going to say it's canceled due to...
Well, that's a different clientele. They don't really understand how the world works. I mean, what you expect from these people? Your plane ticket's $50, round trip. Hey, no $50 round trip. I know, I'm exaggerating, but these people don't understand how the world works. Seriously, like people on like, they fly like American Airlines, all the regular airlines, expensive tickets. They would never want to fly on Spirit, right? Because they know what kind of clientele is going to be on their plane, right? They don't know how the world works.
The weather, the pilot came and told us it was maintenance. That's why they took us off the plane because the air conditioning wasn't working. It's supposed to be somebody to come and fix the maintenance. So now then they canceled the flight. So they took us back off the plane. There's 2 times they done took us on and off the plane. Now we get over here. Well, pause it.
Hey man, these people triggered these people. You get on the flight, hey, you got to get off the AC anywhere. You got to get off the A, the flight's canceled. Get off again. You hear what he's saying? They made them get on and off the flight several times. Okay, and it happens. That never happened to me before. You get on a flight, hey, something wrong with the AC. You get off, and then you get back on, and then you say, hey, you got to get off the flight again. Then, okay, you get back on the flight. Hey, man, you got to get off the flight. The flight's canceled. When has that ever happened to us? Well, how often do we fly Spirit? I never fly Spirit. Okay, then.
What's wrong with this weather here? What's wrong with the weather?
You just stupid as he is. Chief, come on, man. Come on, man. They don't come on. You're a little iffy, man. Come on now. Kevin, Keith, look, you get on the flight, you're like, hey, I'm going home, man. Got the kids, man. Fine, I'm on the flight. Went through security. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm only 2 hours away from home. Hey, what? I gotta get off the flight. AC ain't working. Yeah, it is kind of stuff in here. How long? About 30 minutes? All right, I get off. Hey, everybody, we get back on. They fix the AC. You go back on the flight. Man, I'm on the flight. Man, the AC's cold. Man, I'm only 2 hours away, man. I'm gonna close my eyes and get some sleep. Huh? We gotta get on the flight again. Something wrong. Man, what's going on? You get off the flight. You sit there in the airport 30 minutes. All right, we can board again, man. Finally, man, we get on this flight, go home. You get on a flight, man. Only 2 hours away. I can't. Did they do this? Hey, the flight's canceled. You got to get off. That's why these people are upset. Now, and then on top of that, they ain't trying to give them no accommodation. You get out, go get your hotel. We ain't got no planes.
Nothing. Because we checked it. This young lady called the place, and they said it's up to the supervisor to give y'all vouchers. We told him it's up to him. He said, I'm not doing nothing for y'all.
So, unfortunately,
So it sounds like they have the power to do it, King. Well, they probably do, but if this is American Airlines or these other airlines, they would do it. But American Airlines gonna have another plane. They're gonna make something available, you know?
there's not much we can do to make it. That's an unfortunate thing. I would be upset as well if that was in your situation.
We got kids, so we got to sit in this airport for 2 days.
Those people on the next planes, they're trying to find a seat on those planes. That's why you're not bumping. You're not gonna bump people because you're like.
I'm not asking for other people to pay lunch because I could be fistified.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, they don't have any openings.
It's gonna be crazy.
All these planes are full.
She from Jersey.
I'm not from here, and the family that I was staying with already is gone. So I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
They don't care.
I don't have a place to go.
But there is nothing here for you.
Everybody
There's nothing here for you. It ain't. Go get a hotel.
It is your discretion to put people up in a hotel. I worked passenger service for 3 years. You have that ability. You have that ability to put people up in a hotel. It is up to your discretion as a supervisor, 1,000%. And there is someone above you. It's called a manager. It's called a duty manager. So where's the duty manager?
You've been told me right now, it got nothing to do with skin color, dude.
Where's the duty manager?
It got nothing to do with no skin color right now.
I'm asking you a question and you're ignoring me. I did not curse you.
He said 9 to 5. He said 9 to 5. 9 to work, 9 to 5.
Have you already seen it?
Danny, don't tell me to stop. Where am I supposed to sleep for 2 days?
Wow, 2 days. A cop left. He's smiling. Go back. Let me see that. Go back. I missed that. Go back a little bit. He's keeping himself from foul. Well, go back a little bit more. I want to see him going back. I want to see it. I missed that. What are you trying to see? What, right here? She's going to blow up and he's going to start laughing. I just showed you 2 minutes. Well, you didn't go back far enough. See you.
No, look at you have. Look at you have. Look at her. Look at her.
That's the one right there. That's the one.
They even middle finger.
Right there. That's the one.
Spirit Airlines came and come for the look. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. That's what you get when it's Spirit Airlines just gave the middle finger to that customer. Well, it's diversity, equity, inclusion. That's what you get.
Everybody here is
I really do wish you would. Listen, everybody's
Man, this is complete chaos.
I got it on camera.
Oh, he going to jail. And he's on the no-fly list. He's choking. He was choking a kick off. What is going through people's heads, though? People that fly Spirit are poor and they don't realize how the world works. How many times you gonna say that? You sound like a broken record. Well, you asking questions like you don't know what's going on. These people, I said, what's going on? No, let me say something. These people are missing links. No, they said there was ape and then it was man, but there's a missing link.
Yeah.
They all fly spirit, the missing links. You didn't know that?
No, what I'm saying is, what's going through this man's head when he attacked it and started getting physical with this police officer?
Lack of capacity. The more lack of capacity you have, the ability to comprehend what's going on, the angrier you get. You're more like a wild animal. Why you think, like lions, right? Wild animal, right? You can raise that animal from a cub, be feeding it every day, playing with it, and you can like, or whatever. But one day that lion's natural instinct's gonna take over and it's gonna rip your head off and drink from your neck squirting like it's a straw. Low capacity. They get angry. The more
That's a bad analogy, like a straw, like a water fountain. That's what you should have
yeah,
said.
when you bite your head off, stick squirting up in the air.
Yeah, but you said like a straw. Now you should have said water fountain. Get it? The blood is spurting you up. And you just licking it. They could have shot that dude. You tripping a people?
Yeah. You hear his girlfriend screaming in the background? I had to deaden it because, man, you ought to hear how much he was shouting.
Yeah, black women, when stuff hits the fan, all they do is scream and yell.
Another cuff.
There's a girlfriend down here.
Let me go.
What's wrong with you guys?
He said, what's wrong with you guys? This dude was strangling a police officer.
I'ma stand up, my leg broken. My leg is broken. I'ma stand up, my leg broken.
What was that? Was that his leg popping?
Look, what is him being black have anything to do with y'all acting crazy? By spirit, they're poor and they don't realize how the world works. I flew spirit before, trying to save some money. You know, good people fly spirit. Don't get me wrong.
Good people down on the luck, huh?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, most of the people that fly these discount airlines are low capacity and poor, and they just don't understand how the world works. Look at that face.
I think they broke that dude's leg.
Well, he got physical with a cop.
Well, but
Collateral damage.
no, but yeah, I understand that. I agree with you. But if you know the man's leg is broken, why are you gonna stand him up and make him walk?
Maybe he's faking. Do you really trust the guy that just tried to strangle you? Oh, for a ticket?
Well, Keith,
Look, there's that white woman getting screaming, acting crazy.
You're hurting me. Dad, come record. You recorded me. Record it. Dad, I'm suing. Okay, I'm suing.
They always say I'm suing because they're poor. They looking for money.
Yeah.
That's why the first words are I'm suing because they broke.
right.
I have disability and she's
You're telling them about a record, they got evidence against you.
Yeah. She grabbed me and I screamed out of disability 5, 6, 7 times. Get off to me, I need to be out of these handcuffs. You're hurting my arm. My bones are weak. You're not resisting. Quit pulling
Weak
back.
bones.
Quit pulling back. Quit pulling back. My kids. You know, let me get my kids. Quit pulling back.
She's got kids, man. Yeah, she talking about get my kids. Why you acting like this in front of your kids? See, low capacity.
Well, these people are smooth brain.
Yeah, and the kids absorb all this nonsense.
Let her go, man. My son over there.
on the ground. His leg broke. Yeah, look at peg leg Bates here.
Oh, God, me, I hope y'all got that on camera.
Yeah, black police officer. Man, what's wrong?
Activist Amanda Seals was on Don Lemon's show, and I guess she took this as an opportunity to try to school him about what the Democratic Party is really doing. Now, Amanda Seals, I know some people have different opinions of her. I'm not going to get into the entertainment part with Issa Rae. I'm not getting into all that for this particular conversation, but I do want to focus on what she said here.
You were on cable news. They rarely show what's going on in the world. Rarely. Especially when it has to do with resistance. Because cable news and mainstream media is here for the purpose of suppressing resistance. They are trying to incite the people. They are tools of the propaganda machine. So the effort to show that and encourage people is not going to be utilized on those airwaves. That's why there's such a egregious effort to silence, social media in that way. However,
isn't that interesting that she's saying this to Don Lemon's face, and Don Lemon kind of looks to the side here a little bit because she's basically telling him about a network like what he was a part of. So she's saying you were a part of a propaganda.
They didn't even change the pension. They just talked about it. They talked about it. They didn't even take away pension. They were just like, hey, we might do this. And France was like, oh, hell no. We're burning cars. In Grenada, the same person was in power for quite some time. And then he got a little too comfy and tried to do the same thing with pensions. And Grenadians was like, whoa, get him out of there. Get him out of there immediately. And that was that. It wasn't even like a confusion. It was just not finished, party done. So
do you guys understand what Amanda is saying? What Amanda is saying is that I guess she doesn't understand why in the US people are less willing to get out in the streets by like the millions and say F you to
the joke. And it's actually really sad. You could have been so much more successful, like a D-Ray, a Little Rel, oh my God, Deion Cole, but you will never reach their heights. You are a YouTuber. The end.
Is that an insult, Kendra? Mr. Beast is a YouTuber, you idiot. She said that like he was a man on the street begging for change. Like you're a bum on the street begging for change. Kendra, you on YouTube. Some of the richest people in the world are on YouTube. All the channels, all your favorite cable television networks are coming to YouTube. All your favorite athletes and actors and actresses are coming to YouTube. Some of the most successful people in the world are coming to YouTube.
Woo, child. Listen, I have decided to do this video because I really did not realize how many unintelligent people are on the internet. This is a meme that someone created, and it's a snapshot from my Tamron Hall interview. And I am finally gonna break down my Tamron Hall interview because so many people are reporting on it, but they're reporting on it leaving out very important factual information. Instead, they're trying to create a narrative about me that simply just isn't true. Okay, hey Tamron girl. Now, first of all, I was requested by Tamron Hall herself to do this show and this episode because Tamron Hall is a Chicago media girl. I am also a Chicago media girl. I have known her for years.
Can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why if you here? If a man is here, why am I?
But you're not here for my wigs.
But they're feeling like this. Okay, I'm showing up for you. I'm giving you my energy. I am in your presence. You should pay for this. Now, I'm not saying I agree with
wait a minute. This is getting spicy in here.
But I'm with you, Tamron, because I feel like I'm on money.
Don't back up now, Kendra. We got some groans, we got some applause, we got some moans. Alana's coming back with us. I didn't know the Valentine's Day was going to get this hot. We'll be right back.
Okay, so this is the part of the interview that got the internet in a chokehold, child. So a couple things. First of all, I was explaining what future proofing is for the woman that walks that way, okay? I was not talking from the Kendra G perspective. Listen, brokies, I don't ask men to take care of my wigs and my makeup and my lashes. I know most of y'all men can't afford it, okay? Let's just have the heart-to-heart conversation. So no, I am very proud to say that I am a woman that can take care of herself proudly and has always, and I am happy that I can do so. If you watch this interview, you know I'm not talking from the first person
category. I say they. There's a moment when Tamron even says, why can't you continue to pay for your own wigs? I literally say, I agree with you, Tamron.
Women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more. Why can't you keep doing it for yourself? I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why? If you, but I'm with you, Tamron. Don't back up now, Kendra.
So are we clear, people?
No. Here's the problem with Kendra, because part of this is she's going up here acting like, I'm just answering general questions. I'm just speaking for the women. This has nothing to do with Kendra. I am not speaking for myself. I'm speaking on the behalf of women.
And there you go. We got to be very clear how we speak on the internet. Believe it or not, it's being documented non-stop. You better thought that disclaimer. She said, I agree with you, but. And what did the Godfather teach us? Everything before the word but is bull crap. You cool, but I don't like you. I'm with you, Tamron, but these women don't care, neither do I. She just said it. How can look at that still? How can she step here and say she's not talking about her, but then going to say y'all broke and just can't afford it anyway? What, you just said it. God dang it, Kendra.
And she back in the chat, though some brother over here says, Kendra, this is damage control. Kendra says, how? It's a fact. I am convinced y'all just really want to hate me. I'm cool with it though. Just hate me for a real reason, not something you make up.
It's unfortunate. Let's see if Kendra get her desired outcome.
Kendra G was not talking about herself in this moment. I want to break down further the moment when Tamron Hall said, well, a man doesn't want a broke woman either.
So they're like, I don't want to make you be already made. I don't got clay. I'm not magic. But guys don't want that either. They don't want to make us. Well, true, but the thing with guys, and they don't want a broke lady. Well, no, that's, I don't know though. Some men, guys,
see, I had to take a pause because that actually isn't all the way true. There are some men who truly desire a woman who does not make that much money because if she doesn't, they can control her. There are men who have literally said, I want to date women who are in poverty-stricken situations because I can control her. She can't afford to leave me. She can't afford to talk back to me. These are things that men have said out of their own mouth. If you don't believe me, take a listen for yourself.
Just know this, you keep mentioning women in poverty. Why, like, what's your...
Well, I'm older now. I'm not as young as I used to be. So, women in poverty, I can control them better. A girl who can't afford to say, fuck you, Corey, I'm gone. She just can't afford to do it. So, I take advantage of that. Now, that might be wrong, but her poverty and my needs, most of the time, it even out. I don't really need a lot of their time. And they don't tell me to fuck off because they know when I come over, their children can get some,
hold up, goddamn,
some outlet Jordans. Girls in poverty, because they have a deficiency. Poverty is a deficiency out here in America. I can fix your little deficiency if you do what I want you to do. I think it's an even exchange.
Ooh, the tea. Another part of the Tamron Hall.
All right. Yeah. What was Kendra's point with that? All right. Well, I don't even know what she said before she played that video. What was her point?
She was trying to make it seem that the majority of men had the same outlook as Corey Holcomb up there joking, telling some truthful jokes. And look, listen what he said. He said, yeah, I like dealing with impoverished women. He said, it may not be right. And that's what we say. This is the hypocrisy that's the problem. He said, yeah, I like them. It may not be right, but they can't tell me to go F myself. And when I come through, I'm giving twos and fews. Okay, he was telling the truth with some jokes in it. But that ain't every man. That ain't even a small portion. That's Corey Holcomb.
And shout out to the comments. So they say, Kendra, Corey Holcomb gonna clap back on you next week. Kendra says Corey Holcomb can send me a thank you card for keeping him relevant.
Oh, Kendra, now you tripping on that. Now, yeah, you don't compete with no Corey Holcomb. Here we go. We squabbling? Nah, Corey, please get her.
Interview I want to break down is when I mentioned I had a roster. Ooh, this one really got y'all upset. Take a look.
Kendra, thousands and thousands of people call you.
Yes.
They want to be on the show.
Yes.
They want your advice, but you're single.
That's right, girl, and loving it. Now, you know, I was in a relationship last year, but this is my single season, and I love it. And single does not mean lonely. Single means nobody can't claim me.
Right.
And I got a roster. If you want to join the team, where the camera at, Cameron? Hit me up on Instagram, Kendra G Media. We got space for one. We got space
Because
for
I
one.
love that sister, but just because you're...
And it's just bad. So there's so much wrong with all of this that the fact you're a 50-year-old woman, 50-year-old woman that has been single your whole life because you have never been married. So you have technically been single for 50 years, and you say, well, right now I'm in my single season. Your whole damn life has been a single season. And then she says, well, I got a roster. That's a masculine term. So I say some of the stuff y'all try to do, things that men do, you can't do it.
A roster. Oh, you know, I'm pretty sure it's a group. All right, a group of folks that's on a team. It's a roster. So, but nonetheless, it's a group. It's more than one. That's sick coming from a woman. Well, did we hear? You got at least 2 or 3 guys that have access to your body whenever you see fit. That's the empowerment, huh? You say, yeah, I got ninjas knocking out the park, but when I say so, they can't hit it when they want it, only when I want it.
And the definition of a roster is a list of people or things often associated with information.
She got a roster of me.
Got in a relationship doesn't mean you're not dating.
No.
And that can be your season where you're exploring yourself and what's on the landscape.
Oh, that clip got y'all so upset. Y'all got me out here as a hoe and everything. First of all, let me break down what a roster is. A roster means I'm dating. I'm not in a relationship. Not one man gets all of my time. Secondly, guess what? I'm not having sex with none of them. Sure not. I'm able to have amazing dates, actually, because there's amazing men that just want to be in my presence.
Huh. You're a liar.
That's a lie.
The woman you feel in you is the devil. Why? The devil is the spirit of a lie.
Yes.
Huh? You're a liar.
You a liar. Kendra say, I'm going out on dates with these high value men and they ain't getting no coup de cotta. Yeah, they just want to be in my presence.
Let's play make-believe, all right? If this is true, let's say Kendra going on these dates with Mr. High Earning, High Value. They are one and done dates if she carrying on like this. And it's egregious. And word is getting around. Mr. Yeah, I seen the little video with her Caucasian friend driving that McLaren. Them ninjas find out you just wasting their time. It's gonna go around like, don't worry that Kendra G, she ain't putting out, and she like to go to Papados. It ain't freaking worth it. And she tone deaf.
And sex is not a requirement. And I encourage all women to date. If you are not in a relationship, date. You can have the time of your life. Life is amazing over here. But I want to break this down before I go. Here's why you men are goofies in real life. Because actually...
And my question is, who are you trying to convince, Kendra? We talk about this stuff with your guests. Kendra said, yeah, y'all can say what you want. Life is amazing over here. I'm not giving up any coup de cotta. I'm going out on dates. Life is amazing. I'm living an awesome life. Wonderful life. Amazing.
I beg to differ. Yeah, I could have swore during our intro you were intoxicated on that truth serum and you confessed to the world that you wanted to be pregnant. So with that being understood and respected, Kendra, I'll take you as a liar. How can you really be completely happy and fulfilled as you display and you have yet to be knocked it up?
Have the time of your life. Life is amazing over here. But I want to break this down before I go. Here's why you men are goofies in real life. Because actually, on the Tamron Hall show, I was speaking for men in a lot of different dynamics. I was breaking down that sometimes women focus on the superficial things that don't matter, such as height, such as very expensive first dates, in order to find a real connection. If y'all didn't just have so much Kendra G hate in your soul, you would have caught all those moments. If you didn't see it, watch it right now.
I got married at 48. Woo. I ran into my husband multiple times. I thought he was trying to represent me because he was on TV. And one day I was in LA. I went out to the pool by myself. I'd had a pity party about something else. I walked to the pool and he walked over to me and asked me out for pizza. Wow. And I was like, he's a lot shorter than me. That's okay.
Oh, girl, I get that.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Pizza with him.
And I went for pizza and we moved in like 3 weeks later.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You know what? You were willing to date a man shorter than you, potentially. Yeah. A lot of women have height requirements. They're like, I don't want to settle. Well, right now, your man's invisible. Okay?
Right.
I think 5'9" is better than invisible.
And more, and Kendra, for me, I make the joke about him being shorter than me. What it was, though, and you went with defining. I was not defining myself as single.
Right.
I was not. I had lost my job. I had a lot of things that were tumult in my life at that time. And I told Stephen one day, I said, I don't know if I was still working if I would have seen you. Not having my work as my title, I saw that man.
Okay. Yeah. Lot to unpack here. I started looking into this Tamron Hall character. All right, I didn't know much about her, but I said, let's find out. So, like she said, she had lost her job, she was unemployed, and she found her husband. All right, he's a Brad and Chad fella. All right, she done divested. This is her man here. So Kendra, you need to really take heed. This is what it looks like.
Come on. Ain't no hate over here. If it works, it works. Go and get your Viking man. Stop playing with it. Shout out to Tamron. Huh? She was down. Listen, this is not to poke fun. Just observe the data. Like Mr. X said, that hair is wild. She was down. Her business wasn't good. So that CEO boss chick ego was low. You see what I'm saying? If you ask me, what do I know? If she was riding high, signing $1 million deals, this brother wouldn't stand a chance fighting. But since she was down bad, standing by the pool, and he said, want some pizza? She said, shit, I'll go for anything right now. And here we are, then moved in 4 weeks later? Come on, man. It is what it is. No hate, no shade. It just is what it is.
And then, like I say, I think this Tamron Hall, this is Kendra's spirit animal. Kendra envies this woman. Not only did she find this man later in life, he got pregnant later in life. She had a miracle baby at 48 years old. Yeah! This is Kendra's Kendra, and then she got her own TV show. Kendra wants to be Tamron Hall minus the white guy. She don't want this. Kendra wants some 666 guy. But that ain't how this equation works. This is what it looks like. Yeah!
Yes, sir. This is it. Come on. I keep saying y'all need to go online.
We talk about the Epstein files, and I don't know anybody that's happy about what the Epstein story is about and what it means.
It was the New York jail cell where Jeffrey Epstein hanged himself.
Trump said he was going to release the Epstein files and have them released. Let's go to that.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah, I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
As you know.
Hold on a second, guys. I want to pause right there. I want to go to this. I don't know why. I don't know. As I listen to it, as I listen back as I'm, building tonight's show, I said, wow, that doesn't sound like Trump. That sound like Trump. He sounds a little bit more careful than he usually sounds. You know what I'm saying? He sounds a little bit more, cautious. Did I say cautious? Did your friendly neighborhood conservative commentator pick up on this? Just saying, I mean, I know it sounds a little cautious. Oh, Democrats, don't you say shit. Because you had Biden in office for 4 years, he ain't saying, I'm not worried about the Epstein files. And you ain't say shit either. So don't say nothing. Take your MAGA goggles off. You want to see things through the MAGA lens. We don't want to be looking through a MAGA lens. We don't want to look through no Democratic Party lens, no Kamala Harris or Biden lens. We want to look through the lens of truth. The raw truth. That's it. The raw truth America deserves. That's what we do. Our one mission is to get black people out of the burning building, which is the Democratic Party. That's our goal, make number 6. But we ain't gonna lie, man. We ain't gotta lie about it, Craig. Now listen to Trump one more time, this time with clear eyes.
9/11 files.
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so.
He had to clarify. He's clarifying. Clarifying means what? Trepidation, meaning there's some things that he has to consider. There's some other situations. There's something going on. There's something holding him back. He's going to offer a couple disclaimers. He's going to say a couple things that make you see it's not as straightforward as you may have thought it was when he was on the campaign trail talking. Come on now, let's keep it a buck. Let's be honest.
That less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
As you know, we released...
Okay, he says a lot of phony stuff in there. Because you don't want to affect people's lives. What people, man? What people? What are we talking about? I mean, it ain't gonna affect my life with this. I mean, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. Whose lives could be affected? Oh, see, you mean to tell me you think Epstein has files on people and videotapes on people that never went to the island? I mean, come on, guys. We're gonna get to Pendergrass next. It's gonna be great. But let's hold here for a second because I gotta knock the dust off that. Turn off the lights. And light a candle. I gotta clear it up, man. Let's be honest. Let's have some straight talk, man. I'm looking at the front door. Source. Shout out to Large Professor X. That's CIA, right? Damn, man, this is bad. I'm mixing up. Now, Cash Patel is a new, I'm sorry, guys. Attorney General, that's it. I'm sorry. I'm tripping over my words. I want to get it right. Sorry. Pendergrass Attorney General.
About 120 pages of documents, and I started asking. For these. We released about 120 pages of documents, and I started asking for these documents right when I came into office. And before Cash Patel was in there. So I ended up getting about 120 pages. We carefully redacted them, of course, to be sure the 254 young girls, women who are victims of sex crimes and sex trafficking, their personal information was redacted and out of there to protect them. So I'm going through it and I kept saying, there has to be more, there has to be more. I'm assured that's it. Cash asked the same questions. Assured there's no more. I found out, this week that a source told me New York, SDNY, they're sitting on thousands of pages of documents regarding Epstein. Thousands. And of course, you've seen the very strong letter. We will get everything. We will have it in our possession. We will redact it, of course, to protect grand jury information and confidential witnesses, but the American people have a right to know. And Donald Trump is the most transparent president in our nation's history. So not only will America get the full Epstein files, they will get JFK, they will get Martin Luther King.
This video is for Trump supporters, MAGA, whatever you want to call yourself.
Okay, hold tight, guys. Listen.
In the news that really needs to be spoken on. One of the true standout wide receivers, definitely a Hall of Fame receiver, Steve Smith, is in the news. Steve Smith is in the news because Steve Smith has been put on blast by a woman's husband for fucking his wife.
It's about to go down.
For sleeping with his wife. I'm gonna try to be rated PG as I do the beginning. Steve Smith is in the news because a man put Steve Smith on blast for sleeping with his wife. The man called Steve Smith and has been showing text messages to his wife by Steve Smith on the internet. The man just put it all on blast. And in today's world, we have to have an honest conversation about your wife.
You're goddamn right.
We have to have an honest conversation about your wife, because this is the part that a lot of people want to leave out. Who is your wife to you? Because your wife can cause a war.
I'm having some problems with my boyfriend, so I came down here to think it over.
They've been doing it since the beginning of time. Your wife is capable of starting a war between men. Who is your wife and why is somebody sleeping with her is the number one question.
If you're a white woman, I make love to you constantly.
Above anything, who is your wife? Why is somebody else sleeping with her? That is the number one question. Before you get to answering or asking any other questions, who is your wife? Why is somebody else sleeping with her? Do you want to say something about this? Because, you know, giving the pussy to somebody else while you with a man is something that I really want to hear a woman's point of view on. Because when you give another man's pussy away, whatever reason you want to justify it, you are destroying something.
No, you done fucked up, don't you?
Oh, yeah. And they had family, too, so there goes that.
Who had family, D?
Both sides, but I'm saying she had a family. Now, as far as I've seen some of the information, first of all, it was one of those marriages that probably shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Why you say that?
Because it seems like they got married. First of all, they met on Tinder. All this is public because she put it on.
I'm so glad you said that, D.
She put it on
That's
her,
why I'm asking you.
Well, she put it on her social media, so it's like a whole story. I guess one of the, a lot of times.
He met the bitch on Tinder.
On Tinder. They both met on Tinder. Within a year, they had a son, so that means right
Sharon
away.
Chapman,
it
I
takes
saw
9
you.
months to have a kid.
He's telling the whole backstory about how he met his wife.
No. She on. You know how you can go on someone's.
Well, she got to justify what she doing.
No. I'm not saying.
So
they
that's
just
why
did
she
it.
put that out there.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that you can go in pretty much any woman that wants attention, or man, they're actually nowadays everybody, a lot of people go on their social media and you can pretty much pin what they're about. You feel me? Like they're putting stuff on there for people to see. It's not just recent because of the story, Corey. She's been putting, because they want attention, so they'll put all their information out there. So she put from day one their whole life story, like it's been out in the open.
Her version of their life story.
Everybody's version of the life story, exactly.
Are they still together?
Yes, apparently, but it sounds crazy. And then her take on it, like her response was super crazy. Like, why would you say that? So she basically is trying to say that the reason why she did it, she says that this guy, her husband, did certain things to her. Typical. Sorry. It's the truth.
She went to victim mode.
You raggedy bitch.
She did go into victim mode.
What the hoe say?
And she said that here's this man. Whereas I wanted to find it because I want to say verbatim. I don't want to leave anything out. She said that he's had affairs. He's done some things. She took him back. He's cheated on her, bought her a house, did that. She says all this stuff and then says, but she still stayed with him, and that was how she repaid him, by having an affair with Steve.
It's not cheating when a woman does it, it's betrayal.
It's both.
It's betrayal.
It's both.
Not when a man cheats.
Why do you say it's both, D?
What do you mean? She's cheating as well. What do you mean? She's cheating. I consider it cheating. Why wouldn't you consider it cheating?
I mean, for a couple different reasons, but
Oh, I sent you that picture to them. Because they found her picture. I mean, she has it on social media, so it's not like you can't It's not like she's hiding.
I saw the bitch.
And the stuff they're saying, I mean, I was like...
First of all, I'm gonna jump into this. I want to let every man out there know this. Don't call me asking questions about our bitch. Don't call me like my wife if you know I'm fucking her. That's our bitch. The f is you talk about your wife?
I met Star a couple months back.
What you mean a couple months back? Yo, bro, word to my mother, I will break your fucking jaw. Bro, I will break your shit. Where you at? How you know, Star?
Listen.
Bro, go like.
You getting too excited.
Because I'm ready to die for that. You ready to die? Are you ready to die? Are you ready to die?
Yo, man, listen.
Are you ready to die? I'm not playing this game, bro.
I'm ready to die for that pussy.
Bro, wait, what, bro? Star, bro, you know we got a family together, right? You know me and Star married, we got kids together, right?
So if y'all got a family together and all that, why she giving me her number? Y'all got a family and all of that. Why she giving me her number and holding convo with me and texting me and all that? Entertaining everything.
Bro, word to me, bro. You better be ready to die, pussy. I swear to God, bro. I know where you work at, bro. You work at Family Dollar. I swear to God, when I go there, I'm gonna validate you. I know who you.
The crazy part is I work at Family Dollar and everything in your house comes and buys. So I don't understand what you even talking about.
Bro, you really this acting mad tough. Bro, I swear to God, bro, but you don't have no consideration, bro. I'm telling you, we are married, bro. Leave her alone, bro. Leave her alone, bro.
If you was doing handling your business as a man, as a father,
bro, you're asking my wife for $150 for phone bill money. What are you talking about?
Which she only gave me 100. She only gave me 100 out of that.
All right, bro. Matter of fact, bro, you know what, bro? I shouldn't even be arguing with this. I shouldn't be arguing with you, bro. Like, yo, bro, listen. It's a girl at the end of the day, but you love her, son, bro, because you act like you really ready to die, bro. This is my wife, bro. I'm actually the same.
Yeah. Listen, we've been talking every day for a whole 6-7 months. I feelings grown. I'm saying I got attached to her, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you really gonna say and tell me this, yo, bro, you're really telling me this just like this, bro? This is my wife, bro. This is my wife, bro. Bro, I'm not crying, I just don't know. Bro, this is my wife, bro. Bro, this is really my wife, bro. Bro, I'm not acting tough, bro, because, bro, I see, bro. I'm asking you a question as man to man, bro. Leave her alone, please, bro. Bro, please leave her alone, please. Bro, please leave her alone. Bro, please. Bro, what about me? I got a family, bro. Just leave Star alone, bro. Leave her alone, please. Bro, I don't know, bro. Please leave her alone, please. Please leave her alone. Bro, all right. Bro, I don't got time for this. Please, Kev, I don't got no problem. Please, look, bro. I will fucking kill you, bro. I'm gonna kill myself. I swear to God, if you fall again, I'm killing myself, bro. I'm killing myself, bro.
That sounds personal.
All right, bro. I'm killing myself, bro. This violated me, bro. That's my wife. That's my wife, bro. That's my memory. Right now, I'm not going to jail. I'm gonna kill you. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you and me. I'm gonna kill that bitch too. I'm gonna kill you. I swear to God, you and her gonna kill.
Now let me say something. If a man called me and say, "Hey man, I love my wife. Will you please stop sleeping with her?" and they married, I'll do it.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
I'll be like, all right, G, go ahead. Go ahead on. Goodbye. I didn't say what I was doing, but if a man calls and be like, because he's humbling himself, as he should. Yeah. If I'm f***ing your wife, you owe me. You owe me. If I'm sleeping with your wife, you owe me. So if you ask me to stop, I will stop. But here's the main thing. Don't call me about your bitch expecting no information about our bitch. I'm a cake ass if I get to give you information about our bitch. Obviously, you not in control of the situation, and you calling me up, talking crazy to me, or testing me about our bitch. Let me explain something to you, man. Listen, if you call me and you and her are on the phone, then I will talk.
No, fuck a talk.
If a man call you with his wife and all three of us finna have a conversation, we can talk. Especially if she be like, Corey, I just got him on the phone. We need to stop. I will be like, okay, let's all pray together and not do it no more. I would do that. I would be like, let's all pray together and not live like this no more.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
We are all three adults. We the three in it, right? Let's get it right. Because the only thing that can fix this is the truth. The only thing that can fix it is the truth. Yeah. Now, since she on the phone and we gonna talk, I'm gonna tell you this. Yeah, I was wife, got some paper out the bitch, all that. I drove your truck while you was out of town.
Oh my God.
We don't never have to do that again. Y'all calling me, let's get it straight. But if you a goof ass calling me about your wife, I'm gonna be like, get the fuck off the phone with me, dog. That's our bitch. That's all I got to say. That's our bitch. I ain't got no details. I ain't got no information for you. That's our bitch. If you know I'm fucking the bitch through text messages or whatever, that's our bitch. Stop being so motherfucking indignant when you talk about your wife. That's a selfish statement if you know I'm fucking her. If I'm smashing your wife, it's selfish for you to claim her then. That's our bitch. I got shit going on with the bitch. The bitch might be running credit cards on me or anything. I'm supposed to just stop with the bitch because you upset. That's stupid. It's way deeper than what you talking about, man. It's way deeper than what you talk about, man. We out here living this game, homie. If you didn't know your wife was in the game, man, welcome to the truth.
Do I smell a whore?
Oh, okay, I found it.
I ain't gotta keep smashing your wife though. If she say she ain't with it, or if you ask me, please stop fucking my wife, I will stop fucking your wife. On God, just because I know God will be like, God damn it, Corey, he asked you to stop, and I'll stop.
Right.
Or if she on the phone and she like, Corey, it's gone too far, he caught us, let's stop, I'll be like, all right, if that's what you want. But a man calling me, talking about, I know you're fucking my wife, I'll be like, well, you a smart motherfucker. What else you want to know? What else you want to know, dog? Because them graphic details wasn't really good. I heard to knock your bitch birth control shit out of play.
I think she said that.
I think your bitch.
She said that just to kind of, how you say,
right.
Make them feel good.
Right. So look, D, am I wrong with this?
Yeah. CJ?
Yeah, this way.
Okay. Deshaun got frustrated trying to make invitation cards over on the computer yesterday. I'm not that savvy, but I set the paper up for the printer and I got it sized up. That's that paper over there next to Nicole by that lamp. She got frustrated. Are you familiar with Microsoft Word?
Yeah, I know how to do Microsoft Word.
Well, I wanted to know if you can help me when I get home. If it's possible that we can help her out and just come up with a template so I can print out the invitations to put in those little gold envelopes you see everywhere. I would really appreciate it. If you want to look at my computer now, it should be up. My password is Firebird ONE $1. If you need me to text it to you. The F is capital, the rest is lowercase. But what I'm trying to do is, because she got so mad yesterday, called me all kind of names, because it ain't had nothing to do with me, but she was just taking it out on me.
Yeah, no, I understand.
All right, I'll be home in about close to 1. I'm in Pendergrass now. I'm a long ways from the house. But I would appreciate it if you want to get to looking at my computer. It's Firebird 1 ONE, then the number 1, then $. The F is capitalized.
Okay, if you could text it to me that way.
But I don't think I got word in there because I didn't pay for it. She was trying to do it another way. I'll tell you what. Let me get when I get home, because I know if it ain't I can't. I don't have Microsoft Word. I was feeding it in there through email. You know what I'm saying? I would send a template through email instead of buying it. I'll show you. I'll get home. I'll show you.
Text me.
Huh?
If you text it to me, I can see if I can download Microsoft on there for free.
All right, I'll text it to you. You want me to text it to your phone or this phone?
It don't matter.
I'll text it to this phone.
All right.
All right. Thanks. Let's see what we can do.
Now, you belong to me.
No, hell no.
If a man is, do you know what that means?
Not the way they were speaking to each other. That ain't.
He might have voided her medical insurance doing that. The doctor gonna be like, how the fuck did you unknocked out?
If the doctor be like, oh, your husband didn't do this? Oh, well, bitch, you ain't covered for this.
I hate to say it, but they should do a DNA test on the kid.
Man, he's a goofy.
Yeah.
I love when I'm in some goof ass called me about this. This wasn't even his wife.
Not her.
Asking me questions. I was like, who the f is you talking to, dude? Don't call me about no bitch, man. We out here in the game. Your bitch don't get the respect for you necessary if you calling me about her, trying to get information from me.
If you overstep a boundary trying to get information on your spouse, you are the betrayer. Betrayal is when you breach somebody's trust. If you breach your partner's
trust, get that part off the thing.
There's something covering it, guys.
Go ahead. My bad.
If you overstep a boundary to try to satisfy an inclination that your partner is cheating, you're the betrayer in that situation. You're the one betraying the trust. You cannot betray somebody's trust because you're insecure about them cheating or not. Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you know she was a cheerleader for the Ravens?
I didn't know that, yeah.
If your bitch is a cheerleader beyond college, your bitch is a bum.
Man,
if your bitch cheerlead for any NFL, NBA team, them athletes gonna f the dog. Don't you know that? If your bitch is a cheerleader for any NFL, NBA team, the athletes have
dibs,
almost the right to smash. That's what she cheering for, right? Go Ravens! He was a Raven.
What if she just a motherfucker shooting the t-shirts into the stands?
Damn! He can get something shot up in you.
Yeah. What if she the bitch dunking off the trampoline? What if she one of them?
Who was that girl up there? That's his ex-wife?
No, that's his
That's probably his ex-wife. They say he likes the women that look like his ex-wife. That's what I heard. Steve Smith, I know you was a motherfucking monster. Steve Smith will beat your ass too.
Yeah, Steve ain't no joke.
Steve Smith is known for telling motherfuckers to beat their ass.
Steve ain't no joke, man.
Look, it was big time for him to say I'm sorry.
Yeah, because
he did tell the dude, I'm sorry. I mean, I wouldn't have did that because I'm not sorry.
Well, he is evangelistic. Is that okay?
Church is a hustle.
I know, but I'm saying, and this goes.
There are some people who really live the life of a Christian, but it ain't but 27 people in America that live the life of a Christian. Everybody else claim Christianity.
Well, you know, everybody get the Holy Ghost different. What if that's the only way she can get the Holy Ghost is through her pussy?
I know a lot of women that's the only way they can get the Holy Ghost.
See, he might be anointed.
I know bitches evil as fuck and don't even speak to me. When you them, that is the most reaction you get out of them. What did Shannon Sharp have to say? I'm very curious to what he had to say. And I don't even play with this man because I know he got an attitude with me. But let's hear what he had to say.
My only problem was that he and Chad, well, not really Shannon, because I don't know him for doing this, but I know that Chad, I don't agree with how he and his, I think she's going to be his ex, I'm not sure, put out a lot of stuff online, you know what I'm saying? Beef when they're beefing, like for people to see. And they were like, yeah, you should have kept that to yourself or deal with your wife about that. Right. You do that all the time. You put shit online. Anyway, what Shannon said was, he said, I've known Smitty 20 years. He was just at my party, Super Bowl party. I love the guy, Thomas Smith, right? Hard-nosed, the way he plays. He said, bro, talking about the guy, the husband, you need to take that up with your wife. Smitty owes you no loyalty, he said. I don't know the guy's name, but this is a situation you have to take up with your wife. True, however, but online, and also we don't know how the people behave and take certain things.
That's not true, though, for Steve, because he's a Christian.
Steve claims Christianity, dog.
No,
when
he's
them
a pastor.
NFL checks,
right?
Them NFL checks be gone. What the f else you gonna do? You gotta milk the people.
You realize that the Lord wants you to give generously into His church.
Right.
I don't think it would have been as bad. I know he's a commentator and all, but
he might lose his job at NFL Network because of the dirt. They find a way to get rid of you anyway.
Right. So I think that yeah, and then he's married with 4 children. So oof.
Stevie.
Oof. Yeah.
Well, he's white.
What if a dude call you? Hey man, I know you my wife. I wanted to ask you. Can you teach me to get her off?
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Wait, though, and it doesn't say true. They keep saying that she's
That's a humble
she's
right
a
there.
member of the marching band.
I said she was a cheerleader.
Yeah, you said cheerleader.
That's what she is.
She's in the band. She's actually part of the marching band.
The bitch on the field cheering on the Ravens. She fucking a Raven.
Right.
What more could be said? If your bitch is a professional cheerleader, past age of 21, your bitch belong to the streets.
She belongs to the street.
All them Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders are hoping to get by a player. All of the Laker girls want to get by a player. This is how they come up. You think that Laker girl check about to pay that house off in L.A.? It ain't happening.
No.
All I know is that those messages.
They want to get tossed up besides the shit in the.
Those messages gonna really make people think, ooh, other girls that aren't those Christians. Ooh-wee.
There's some light work right here.
Those evangelic Christians. Wow.
I mean, look at the bitch right there. I'm saying like.
That's a regular everyday Mexican bitch.
No, she is not Mexican.
She not Mexican? What is she?
I don't know, but I don't claim.
What is her last name? I know his last name was what?
The guy's?
Yeah.
Martinez, right?
It was Martinez.
Yeah, but he married her.
Nicole
he
Martinez.
married her. That's her married name.
So who is the bitch? What the bitch? The bitch ain't got no Latina in her?
I don't think so. If you look at her, look at the one with her on the beanie. I'm not claiming that.
Somebody go put a lawnmower in front of her house and see if she know how to start that mother.
Damn you.
That's everything.
Anyway, but that's what Shannon said.
But you want me to tell you something? You know what she has?
What?
She has the aerodynamic face.
Right.
And whether people know that or not, people like fucking people who have that type
right
of face.
There she kind of looks Latina. Yeah. No.
People like fucking aerodynamic bitches.
Yeah, she gets
if your face is aerodynamic, goddamn it, motherfuckers want to fuck you.
I
can see that.
Glasses.
Yeah.
The rapper who couldn't get in the lift, her face is horizontally dramatic.
Stop. I cannot.
I heard they settled that case.
Already that quick?
I heard that. I don't know how true it is. I ain't looked up to
Let me know if you get some details on this
anyway,
shit.
but I just was cracking up because Chad was like, yeah, you know, that they shouldn't put that on it. Well, what? You and your girl, you guys are out there putting all kind of stuff out there for public.
Somebody say she's a 7 at best.
I gotta see the body, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. If there is a definition of a 7, because we see it with makeup on.
But then again,
See that with the glasses on, she looks like a 6. Like keeping it real. Like above average by a little.
Right.
That's a 6. Above average by a little.
By this much, right.
By 1 point.
Right.
But with the makeup on and her cleaned up, I don't know what her body looked like, but I think her body is she ain't got the big donkadonk, but I don't. You don't have to have a donkadonk.
What?
I'm not into the donkadonks, really. I mean, I like to have a donkadonk sometime. That shit look good cooking in the kitchen while you waiting.
Steve like regular looking bitches. I mean, you figure Steve would be taking down something vicious, you know what I mean?
He a preacher,
Yeah,
dog.
but see, that's what people get when people have affairs. A lot of times you hear people say stuff like that.
Right.
Like, ooh, they expect it to just be something, you know.
Somebody said dressed like a lion trainer.
But it's really
Yeah,
just
man.
access.
Right.
You feel me, right? It's like easy access kind of thing. A lot of times.
What's easy access?
No, I'm saying the response like that Craig just had when he said you would think that he'd have. That's what a lot of people assume.
Who's that? That's dude. This dude who married the bitch.
Yeah, that's their wedding photo.
What a goofy.
But I'm just saying, a lot of people go there and they'll say like because he's a football player, you know that I'm surprised.
What do you think about people marrying somebody they met off Tinder? Does that work?
And wait, and then the same year have a child by the end of it takes 9 months. So you guys.
You's a goofy. Call me about your bitch. Call me about your bitch and watch what I tell
Y'all
you.
didn't even know
I'm gonna educate you, and if you're smart, you'll be like, he's actually right. Why am I calling him about my bitch? I ain't got no information that's gonna save you, motherfucker. You married a bitch that's out here in the game.
Oh, well, that's an ill-fitting dress right there. If she's a young girl, that's kind of bless her heart.
Shit, young girl, look like she got a long booty in that dress.
Here's the
end of a Godzilla movie booty.
I cannot. This man is too much.
If somebody cheat and you stay with them, every time they do it after that, it's not cheating.
Somebody said I look like the lead singer of the 5 Heartbeats.
Is there a heart in the house tonight?
They said it's a Big Daddy Kane Dodger suit.
No.
Big Daddy Kane, what up, baby?
Yes.
Cuckery. I know what they mean. That motherfucker just was mad because old boy was her without him in there.
Exactly, a Scrapple 52 Tinder is a no. It's like, wait, what? So you guys going there looking for some hookup, and you gonna marry him, and then get all in your feelings about it? That's crazy. Come on now, dude. And he get
all the stuff that's going on out here, man, in the world. Motherfucker calling the motherfucker about your bitch.
That's
He
right.
know fucking her.
And the crazy thing is, if you cheat
and
on your bitch,
expose him and their family.
if you cheating on your bitch and she cheat, why would you call it she cheating with? It's just time to move on.
You ain't got to leave your bitch for cheating. You can have a conversation with her and be like, look, so I see how we moving. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of shit in our name and shit like that. Only thing I ask you, don't ever bring no man to my house. But I can use you for what you worth still. Your pussy is nothing to me no more. I call it being used by another man. Your pussy is useless to me. Every time I f you, it's just I'm doing something. You ain't my wife no more in my head. But you work for the airline. You are still valuable to me.
That's called conflict resolution strategy.
I mean, shit,
Most
I ain't about
motherfuckers
to-
ain't that.
When I was a young man, I might break up with a bitch for cheating, but I don't give what. Look, man, look, bitch. Let me tell you something. I knew who you was before I could. Man, look, bitch. I f***ed you the day I met you.
The picture he sent her is hilarious. I'm getting chunky.
Okay, dude. The rest of us couldn't hear. What you say?
The picture he sent to her is funny. The picture of his face, and then he's like, I'm getting chunky.
Oh, you talking about? She's talking. Everybody who don't know what's happening.
sorry.
She's talking about Steve Smith sent the bitch a picture talking about he's getting chunky.
Now he got to go to the gym.
Yeah. That mean he liked the bitch. That mean he was actually texting the bitch and kicking it with the bitch.
So would you say by your response you was hurt? Because that's why women cheat. I mean, the dick is secondary. They trying to take your
Yeah, but
heart out
somebody
your
that
shit.
don't. Yeah,
No, some bitches need dick.
but she ain't really know the man. This was like 2021 when they was like, oh, you don't even know who this guy you with, and then you got pregnant. And now you guys are married. It just happened
D,
like 2021.
the only reason a lot of women ain't pregnant because they the baby.
Yeah, double homicide.
sorry. Well, why would you have a?
This is what happened when you put a dick in a pussy.
You don't even know. So.
She had a baby by a guy she because she probably too many of them.
So what if she get pregnant by the she cheating with? You still stand with her?
Some women keep the baby they had an affair with.
I'm pretty sure. Right. I'm surprised the man hasn't said anything about, hey, better check that DNA.
Hey man, we didn't have him on the show. These are locals. These are Southern California people.
Is he?
Are they?
I believe, Steve, this is where the NFL Network is here, right?
I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about the one on Washington, Culver City, yeah?
Yeah.
We used to
the
go
man whose wife cheated with Steve, man. We want to invite you on the show.
The man? What if he come on here playing victim?
Then we gonna roast his ass.
Once you see that, look, the dang text, he shouldn't even show
You was a victim when you said I do, man.
He should not even show his face. That is some nasty stuff they had going on.
Cold world, man.
Dude, that's crazy.
Cold world, man. I can't believe that people get caught up like that. And we done all been caught up in situations before. Right. Ain't nobody better than nobody else. But I'm not gonna call no other man talking about why you smashing my bitch. If I call another man, it's to be like, can you videotape you fucking the bitch and send it to me? How much that costs? I wanna watch the hoe get. So I might be able to figure out why she fucked somebody up. I ask logical questions. You don't have to speak out of frustration when you talking to somebody who fucking your bitch. The man who fucking your bitch, you need to bow down to something greater than you. If I'm fucking your bitch that you married, what does that mean? That I'm a scumbag? If that's how you want to look at it to make yourself feel better. If I'm fucking your wife, that means I am the head of the house.
All right, now, y'all know how I feel about, a man dealing with another man's wife or girlfriend or whatever, I feel like, that dude, he got to be weird, to be wanting to have sloppy seconds. And then, Corey, he mentioned as far as a woman's pussy being useless if another man's rod been in it or whatnot. And I'm like thinking to myself, ain't the pussy useless if her husband already up in it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it don't make no sense to me or whatnot. You would feel a different type of way, or you would feel, messed up because another man is sleeping with your wife. But on the other hand, she is useless to you because another man's been in there. But you will go and sleep with another man's wife. It's just all confusion, man. Y'all know my stand on that. I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I rock with Corey or whatever, but with that right there, it's weird. Why would I want to sleep with another man's wife? That man's been all up in there. They've been doing all kind of stuff, unimaginable. And me myself, I can't do it, man.
No, sir.
The thing about it is, who is your wife? Do you know this person that you married? I mean, man, it's like 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying? You don't know this person. This person has got a mask on. Both of y'all got a mask on. And what I mean when I say that y'all got a mask on, y'all just putting the front on, until that person found out who you really are. It might take years, it might take decades for you to really know who this person is and to be like, oh, this person ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what I married.
Sorry.
I thought it was going to be an aggravated.
No, in the restaurant now, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Been released by the Department of Justice, and we have just quickly reviewed them. We're going to let you know what is revealed, what isn't, where this can go from here. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. What a day. What a day. As you can tell, this is kind of an emergency sidebar. I'm not on set. We didn't know when this was going to happen. We were waiting all day for the release of these Jeffrey Epstein files, and they are out here. Now, to be clear, this is potentially only a fraction of what could come out. And we're going to go over this for you so you don't have to do it yourself. And a little fair warning here, little fair warning. It doesn't appear from our initial review that there's anything, bombshell or revolutionary, or here's the Epstein list of everybody who was involved in this potential wrongdoing. I want to be clear about that. But there's a reason for that, because it was expected After litigation and FOIA requests and the trial of Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's accomplice, who was convicted of federal sex crimes charges and was sentenced to 20 years in prison, a lot of this material has already come out. Flight logs, manifests, address book. However, it is fascinating to see what was released here. And of course, Jeffrey Epstein was the disgraced financier, convicted sex offender who ended up dying in prison while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges. But the first thing we got to talk about is the statement that was released by the Department of Justice when they released all these files. And it reads, "Today, Attorney General Pamela Bondi, in conjunction with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, declassified and publicly released files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and his sexual exploitation of over 250 underage girls at his homes in New York and Florida, among other locations. The first phase of declassified files largely contains documents that have been previously leaked but never released in a formal capacity by the U.S. government. Quote, this Department of Justice is following through on President Trump's commitment to transparency and lifting the veil on the disgusting actions of Jeffrey Epstein and his co-conspirators, said Attorney General Pamela Bondi. The first phase of files released today sheds light on Epstein's extensive network and begins to provide the public with long overdue accountability. The FBI is entering a new era, one that will be defined by integrity, accountability, and the unwavering pursuit of justice." This is from FBI Director Kash Patel, the new FBI Director. "There will be no cover-ups, no missing documents, and no stone left unturned, and anyone from the prior or current Bureau who undermines this will be swiftly pursued. If there are gaps, we will find them. If records have been hidden, we will uncover them, and we will bring everything we find to the DOJ to be fully assessed and transparently disseminated to the American people as it should be. The oath we take is to the Constitution, and under my leadership, the promise will be upheld without compromise." It goes on to say, Attorney General Bondi requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response, the department received approximately 200 pages of documents. However, the Attorney General was later informed of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein that were not previously disclosed. The Attorney General has requested the FBI deliver the remaining documents to the department by 8 a.m. on February 28th and has tasked FBI Director Kash Patel with investigating why the request for all documents was not followed. The department remains committed to transparency and intends to release the remaining documents upon review and redaction to protect the identities of Epstein's victims. And by the way, in a separate letter from Pamela Bondi to Kash Patel, she said she expects a report from him in basically 2 weeks about why the files weren't turned over. Hey, by the way, we really appreciate you guys coming to us for this episode of Sidebars. We break down, this new development in the Jeffrey Epstein case. And for that, I gotta thank our sponsor, Morgan & Morgan, because with their support, it helps make episodes like very significant. And we actually dedicated a whole other sidebar, we released it earlier today, to this very issue. But the idea that the FBI is not complying with a request from the Attorney General who oversees the DOJ and the FBI, very concerning. Now, we don't know for sure who Attorney General Pam Bondi's source is, whether that person is credible, what exactly happened here, if there was maybe a miscommunication or maybe even a deliberate attempt to not turn over the materials. But I encourage everybody to check out that other episode where I interviewed former FBI agent Colin Schmidt. You can hear his take on this, but we will see what comes of that in the meantime. And we'll see what happens tomorrow, maybe in 2 weeks with the report. But now we want to get into the documents. Okay, so first up, the flight log released as part of Phase 1 has a note at the top. And it says it was a government exhibit publicly released in U.S. v. Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal case. And to kind of give you an idea of just how much time Epstein and others spent on his jet, it's been referred to as the Lolita Express, the flight log is 118 pages long and only covers April 1991 to January 2006. Now, a lot of this information, as I mentioned, we've heard before, but I want to give you a a few of the highlights here. So parts of this flight log are very, very difficult to read, so whether through the handwriting or the age of the photocopies, but at times, whoever's filling out the sheet also uses initials or just writes down one male or two female, so it's kind of difficult to know at times who was on the plane. Now, sometimes the description on the flight log included notes. For example, in June 1991, an entry appears to say, Herb, show plane to Reba McEntire plus husband. Okay, so that's a big name right there. You got another entry from January the next year that indicated that Epstein and Maxwell flew into Burbank to attend the Academy Awards. But look, it's safe to say that a lot of people flew on the so-called Lolita Express. The two on it the most were Jeffrey Epstein, of course, and Ghislaine Maxwell. But there were other famous names as well. President Donald Trump's name appears several times in the early 90s. A May 1994 log entry says Jeffrey flew with Trump, Trump's then wife Marla Maples, their daughter Tiffany, and Tiffany's nanny. Another time in 1995, Eric Trump was listed as a passenger. Prince Andrew's name appears in an entry from February 1999. The prince has previously gotten in a lot of hot water over his connection, his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, which continued even after Epstein was convicted of sex crimes. That always seemed to be the allegation. Former President Bill Clinton also makes several appearances in the early 2000s on the flight log. He flew multiple times in 2002, accompanied by multiple Secret Service agents each time. You have an entry from August 2002 that lists Virginia Roberts, now called Virginia Giuffre, a victim of Epstein and Maxwell, who pushed forward with a lawsuit against the apparent madam, leading to, by the way, all these documents, or a lot of these documents, being released during Maxwell's eventual criminal trial. But another exhibit included in phase one of the document release may not look like much at first glance. It's fully redacted, but this list is entitled Masseuses, and with a note saying redacted to protect potential victim information, it has 254 line items. So while it's unclear whether any of the names might be repeated, it is a staggering number of women and girls who may have been subjected to sexual assault, because we all remember what the allegations were, that Jeffrey Epstein, through Ghislaine Maxwell, would bring young women over, young girls over, and under the guise of massage, would sexually assault them and abuse them. Next up, we got to talk about the contact book. So at the top of this 95-page document, it says redactions for personal contact information. And let me tell you, there are a lot of redactions in this, okay? It is basically a bunch of names with their personal information either blacked out or redacted, maybe their phone numbers or addresses. I'm assuming that's what it is, but some boxes are bigger than others, so maybe there was more information about certain people rather than others. However, there are a list of names that are quite notable on this list, okay? Now, before I read up a bunch of them, remember, just because they are presumably in Jeffrey Epstein's contact book doesn't mean they're complicit in any of his alleged wrongdoing. Epstein was a very well-known and well-connected financier who knew a lot of people. Got to make that clear, okay? So even though I'm about to list a lot of people, this is not the Epstein list of everybody who was involved in alleged wrongdoing or illegal activity, okay? Now, to give you a sense of who he seemingly knew, here we go. Alec Baldwin, Ralph Fiennes,
yes.
Michael Jackson,
Yes.
Dr. Henry A. Kissinger,
Yes.
Mick Jagger,
Yes.
David Koch,
Yes.
Chris Tucker,
Yes.
Richard Branson,
Yes.
Barbara Walters,
Yes.
Mike Wallace,
Yes.
Steve Wynn,
Yes.
Alan Dershowitz,
Yes.
Donald Trump,
Yes.
Ivanka Trump,
Yes.
Ivana Trump,
Yes.
Les Wexner,
Yes.
Courtney Love,
Yes.
Rupert Murdoch,
Yes.
Duchess of York,
Yes.
Joan Rivers,
Yes.
Christy Turlington,
Yes.
Maria Shriver,
Yes.
Ron Silver,
Yes.
Janice Dickinson.
Yes.
Minnie Driver.
Yes.
David Blaine.
Yes.
Phil Collins.
Yes.
George Hamilton.
Yes.
Liz Hurley.
Yes.
Ted Kennedy Jr.
Yes.
Doug Lyman.
Yes.
Ron Burkle.
Yes.
Christopher Lambert.
Yes.
And Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes.
Now, aside from these apparent actors and musicians and magicians and journalists and politicians and wealthy individuals and business leaders, there are also a plethora of other names, but you kind of get a sense of some of the more well-known people that he apparently had their contact information. And there are also contacts for properties like various Ritz-Carltons, the Aspen Club, Bel Air Hotel, Beverly Wilshire, Cipriani, the Plaza, the Pierre. I mean, we're talking luxury places here. And the last page of this document is titled Important Email Addresses. Now, I'm not sure if this was actually crafted by a prosecutor in this case or Jeffrey Epstein or somebody connected to him, but it is interesting because one is for Jeffrey Epstein and everything next to it is redacted, but in parentheses it appears there are initials for locations like PB, seemingly for Palm Beach, NY for New York, and so forth. Ghislaine Maxwell is listed there too. There's also one for venture capitalist Joe Pagano, Ehud Barak, former Prime Minister of Israel, Jean-Luc Brunel, talk about him in a second, David Copperfield, and then this one's interesting. Next to Christopher, it seems to say French driver. It says next to this person, important witness. Again, we don't know who wrote that, but important. Now, what is interesting about some of these names, and to kind of give you some more context, is last year when a judge released Jeffrey Epstein materials, more specifically grand jury materials, pursuant to a bill signed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, these materials centered around when the Palm Beach Police Department opened up an investigation into Jeffrey Epstein back in 2005 and what was presented to a grand jury in 2006. So that was when the parents of a 14-year-old girl came forward accusing Jeffrey Epstein of paying her to give him a massage. The police apparently found out that Epstein had allegedly set up a system to recruit girls to provide him massages, to sometimes engage in sexual activity. The case was brought to the state attorney's office. A grand jury was impaneled where the jurors heard all sorts of testimony from detectives, two of the alleged victims. And that grand jury ended up indicting Epstein in 2006 on felony solicitation of a prostitute. And that was it. You know, there have been long-standing arguments about this. Why didn't prosecutors pursue more aggressive charges? Why was this the only one? And of course, we know what happened, right? The Palm Beach Police Department chief and lead detective, they were partially troubled. They were particularly troubled, I should say, by this prosecution. So they referred the matter to the FBI, who then brought it to the assistant U.S. attorney. So now we're talking about the feds. But in the end, in 2008, Epstein and prosecutors, they worked out a deal where he pled guilty to state charges of solicitation of prostitution and procurement of minors. He was sentenced to just 18 months in prison, only serves 13, and spends most of the time in a work release program. He can leave jail to work at his office and then go back to jail at night, and he avoids federal charges. He had to register as a sex offender too, but this is the whole sweetheart deal that you hear a lot about in this case. And the argument is if he were hit with more severe charges back in the day, he could have been stopped from, as the allegations have explained, continuing to hurt people. Now, I say all that because we learned more information about some of the names I just mentioned in that contact book. For example, magician David Copperfield. So apparently victims who have filed lawsuits against Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, they named David Copperfield as being present at get-togethers at Jeffrey Epstein's residences. And Copperfield also allegedly asked one of the alleged victims if she knew about getting money for bringing Epstein new girls. A very interesting comment that he reportedly made. And he also allegedly performed magic for Epstein's guests. There was a message where the note taker wrote, "Magic David called." There were others with more direct connections to Epstein's supposed worldwide sex trafficking ring. Also, they show up multiple times in Epstein's call logs from that release. But somebody I just mentioned before in his contact book, French model scout Jean-Luc Brunel. He was accused of acting as a pimp for Jeffrey Epstein, procuring young girls for him to sexually assault. In a phone message, Brunel apparently said, "I need a big favor. I hope you will do it." Now, Brunel was kicked out of a modeling agency in 1999 to follow a report of a decades-long abuse against young women and girls. And Epstein and Brunel, they started a new agency. When Epstein died in 2019, by the way, French authorities, they opened up an investigation against Brunel. He tried to flee to Senegal. He was arrested at the airport. He, too, was found dead at a prison in Paris on February 19th, 2022, as he was being investigated for rape and trafficking of minors. But, you know, knowing that, he had messages in that Florida release that, when you look back, it seemed much more sinister. For example, there was a note that read, "He just did a good one, 18 years. She spoke to me and said, 'I love Jeffrey.'" Again, just talking about Brunel because, as I mentioned, he was in the contact book. Also talking about who was in the contact book, Alan Dershowitz. He was the lawyer who helped Epstein secure that sweetheart deal. I mentioned Lex Wexner, the longtime friend and fellow millionaire, the owner of Victoria's Secret. Now, he has been called out in recent years for his connection to Jeffrey Epstein, who apparently he gave control of basically a lot of his fortune, a lot of his money. And Wexner has said that he knew nothing of Epstein's alleged indiscretions and says that he himself was taken advantage of by the financier. So, putting that all to the side, moving back on to today's materials release, there's another file that we got to talk about. It is called Evidence Collected. Now, I will assume that this is evidence that was collected from one or more of Epstein's properties. And I say assume, but according to the New York Times, this is a list of the items that were seized by the feds when they searched Epstein's homes in New York and the U.S. Virgin Islands after he was arrested in 2019. And when you think about prosecutors in the Southern District of New York building a sex trafficking case against him for allegedly sexually exploiting and abusing dozens of minor girls in Manhattan, Palm Beach, Florida, and other locations, I mean, look at what they could potentially use at a trial. Look at what they potentially found, okay? CD labeled Girl Pics Nude Book 4. 4 massage tables. 1 red rope containing letter, photo album of girls, photo of islands. Heat-sealed bag full of cash labeled SK with 17K plus. Heat-sealed bag containing on small white envelope with writing 2000 SK with $4,400. Austrian passport with Epstein photograph. Lots of electronics like computers, iPads, recorders, hard drives. Can easily say dozens of electronics. Binder full of 68 discs. Don't know what's on those. Box containing 1 stuffed dog. Box containing 2 white and colored busts of female torsos. Box containing one brown bust sculpture of female breasts. Bundled photos and CDs from Women Old Photos box. Interesting. 1 red rope containing 2 photos of female buttocks. 5 costumes and 1 wig. 4 fried photos of naked females. 1 set of collar handcuffs and whip. Just basically reading what it says here. So, look, that is kind of a summary of what was released in this potential first batch. We're going to see what happens next. We'll see what Kash Patel may potentially uncover regarding other material that allegedly wasn't handed over to Pam Bondi. And I will say, look, this doesn't help the FBI's role in all of this. I mean, I spoke to Colin Schmidt, and when I did, you know, we talked about this, but my understanding was that during Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, it was revealed that FBI agents, that they raided Epstein's townhouse in New York, and evidence went missing. There were CDs, hard drives, money, jewelry, passports that the agents photographed, and then they didn't have the legal authority to seize it at that point. They ended up coming back to obtain it, and when they did, a few days later, it was apparently all gone. Last year, 8 alleged victims of Jeffrey Epstein sued the FBI over what they claim was a failure on their part to do a proper investigation into Epstein back in the 90s. So it's an important time for the FBI, with essentially the country watching. And you have to imagine there's more information rather than just 200 pages. Look, I'll give you an example. Back in 2019, the FBI seized computers from his home in the Virgin Islands. What is all that digital evidence? So we'll keep an eye out. Look, I will say this in the end. No matter what comes out, I can't definitively say that there's going to be some sort of repercussions for this or criminal charges, aside from the statute of limitations issues that you might run into. You wonder what federal charges could be. Obviously, you think about this with what we've seen in these kinds of cases: conspiracy, sex trafficking, transporting minors or enticing minors for the purposes of illegal sex acts. You know, these are things you could look out for, but I can't definitively say, based on anything that comes out, that anyone would be criminally charged. But in the interest of transparency and getting more information, definitely useful, definitely interesting. We will keep a very careful eye on what happens next. That's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you.